morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for booming in. All the crypto maniac soldiers, welcome. All the newbies, welcome. All the crypto cadets, the young meta cadets, welcome. It's Champagne, the voice, the original kaboomer. Before Boomer became a meme. Shout out to all the maniacs out there. Make sure you drop a comment in the chat box in the population. Make sure you join the Discord server immediately. Shout out to Naked Matrix Kaboom. Today I want to talk about Phantom NFTs. I want to look at Paint Swap. I want to not ignore some of those Phantom NFTs that are moving. Also want to check out, let you guys know what the latest buys that I've done, specifically GOONIEZ. We'll talk about that, and we'll want to check out some of the other DeFi plays and more. Check out the markets as the rest of the boomers tune in. Okay, guys, drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. The GOONIEZ sold out yesterday. I FOMO'd in. It's doing all right. I'm going to talk about that. The artwork looks really good, and then we want to talk about those Phantom NFTs. As I've said, okay, I think that there's going to be a trend here, and I think we've already starting to see it unravel. Just like DeFi did, okay? DeFi started on Ether. You had your unis, you had your sushis and your pickles, and things started growing, okay? Before you know it, those things trickled out into the alternative chains and gains were made. And I think the same thing is happening here with NFTs. You're seeing a lot of the NFTs on ETH, but then there's new projects popping up. I'm seeing more AVAX projects. I'm seeing more Phantom, obviously Solana, and more. And eventually, I think we're going to be seeing some blue chippers, some blue chippies on alternative chains. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was Creatures of the Cave or an Ooman, or somebody sold something for a big amount the other day. Someone had posted there on the cord. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. We're going to go ahead and look at the trending collections, and then we'll talk about some of the things we FOMO'd into. Shout out to the maniacs. Let me check out the chat. Please share this in the Discord if you can. Good morning to Poison. Shout out to Naked Matrix and the rest of the maniacs out there. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and let's look at the mathematics. I don't want to ignore the traditional crypto markets, the blue chippers, the DeFi, as we play around in the meta space, and you know, we do what we do over there. Let's not lose sight and lose attention on the sound. I don't want to say sound investments, because I mean you can't be using those types of terms out here. I mean, you don't know what's sound or not, but the ones that appear a little bit less hype. You know what I mean? The gold Creatures of the Cave sold for 15,000 FTM. There you go. That's a pretty hefty sell. So 15,000 FTM. That's close to 30K. So you know it's as I've said, I believe that these alternative chains will continue to have NFTs that make noise, okay? And they're going to grow, and, you know, maybe soon we'll see a six-figure sale out there. We don't know. I was creeping around, lurking around over there on PigSwap, and there's a lot of collections, and it seems like all of them are on the up and up. Let's go ahead and check out, let me share my screen real quick. Turn off these coins. Boom. Share the screen. FTM. I'm starting with FTM. I used to always start with BTC, but I'm focused more on FTM. I'll be honest with you. 210 looking all right. Some of the profits I said this before, but I haven't done it already. Some of the profits I'm scraping, I'm going to go ahead and move them into DeFi, back into DeFi. Okay. Specifically, some of the Beethoven pools. I'm really exploring the quartet for just a place to store value. You know, I've always talked about having a stable bag, and of course you want your Ether, your BTC, but I'm liking the product. It's BTC, ETH, USDC, and Phantom all split in 4. So, you know, I'm considering adding to that bag. What's good, Kaboomer? Shout out to Wally. Shout out to Wally. He's back. Poison's here, Naked Matrix is here, the rest of the maniacs. So you got FTM there. Let's see what else is. So FTM there down 6%. Listen, I'm liking this price here. You know, just above 2. Okay, it's not booming, but it's not dooming. It's kind of, basically it's looking ripe to me. Okay, it's looking ripe. So let's look at these technicals. Can continue to look at them. Now they're not as favorable as they were yesterday. You're seeing a bit of a sell-off here. There's a little red candle. Let me go ahead and zoom in here. bit of a red candle this morning. But hey, listen, I'm never concerned. I'm not going to say never, but I'm usually not concerned when I see things like this, especially with Phantom. This is just normal stuff. Look at it against ETH. It's still saying sell. Against BTC, still saying sell. Okay. And because of that, that's why I'm liking the quartet. And I'm going to bring it up in just a moment there on Beethoven X, because your impermanent loss is distributed between those 4 coins. So it's, are you ever going to get mad if you have any more of the 4? Are you going to get mad if you had more BTC or more ETH or more do you see what I'm saying? So like Phantom went down, you'll get more USDC and or BTC. It'll all calibrate and balance itself out in that portfolio. And I'm going to pull that up in just a moment. So that's what's going on. Let me see what other deals and steals may be going on this morning. ENS. I'm still holding this ENS back. I should have dumped it. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I got the airdrop somewhere around 40 or 50. It pumped up to like 70 or 80. I sold the majority of the airdrop, which I'm glad I did. But then I held some thinking, hey, maybe something happens here. But, since then it's dumped. I still think there's something with the ENS. I have a nice bag of ENS domains name on another wallet. And I may actively start trying to sell some of them. I think that sooner than later, projects will be valuing their Ether domain name more than they are now. So something to consider. Sandbox is down as well. Something keeps telling me to get a nice LP and just kind of hang out with Sandbox Matic LP. It's paying about 100%. But this is another play that's kind of like in your face. Is it going to dump? Probably not, So the better question is that, how is it going to perform against Bitcoin and ETH here in the midterm? And I think it may do well. Let me look at Sand versus BTC right now as technicals. It's neutral. There's a lot of red today. Not too bad though. It's just 2-3%, in some case 5%. Not too bad. Let's look at the winners. Winners are Theta. And listen, I like Theta. I like what it has to offer. I like the partnerships with Google and I believe Samsung. But I think they pumped too much too early. When people were really talking about them, it was $11, $10, something around that. We even had a node at one point with the T-Fuel, the Theta. And if you don't know what Theta is about, it's a live streaming network service, decentralized or what. So it's kind of like DLive, but there's corporate partners as well. And I think they're going to have an NFT marketplace built into the live streaming platform. So it's, something that's attracted me, but, it's dumped. Look at it. It's at $3 right now. It may be a good, price point. When it was making noise, it was over 10. But maybe now it's time to pay attention to this. Like I said, I like this platform and what it has to offer. I even had a node at one point and thinking, maybe I should lock up and get ready here because it showed a lot of promise, but I don't know what happened. Now they're back in the news, and I don't think that they've lost any of their corporate partners. So, something to pay attention. They're definitely pumping today. Hex is back on the up and up. We should do a whole stream on that. I'm still on the Hex train. I'm going to be honest. I'm still staked. I haven't touched anything. And I do think that Pulse is going to make noise when it comes out. I know that this gentleman's a polarizing figure. I don't care. I think that there's meat on the bones. And I think that there's some wins to be made with that. But we'll do another stream dedicated to that entirely. Okay, let's go ahead and pull up some of these Phantom NFTs. Well, before I do that, let me show you guys that Beethoven X quartet pool that I was just mentioning for the sake of DeFi. And these are on the featured pools, and then we can go ahead and segue into FTM NFTs. Specifically Beethoven, someone had just shared in the Discord their Beethoven NFTs. They got a low supply of less than 1,000, and they're actually doing well. So right now, featured pools here is this Lake Quartet. This is what I was talking about. And this is a pool with 4 assets, including DC, Phantom, Bitcoin, and Ether. And they're all split up evenly, a quarter each. And APR is 32%. Okay, there's over 20 million here in this pool. I think this is a pretty, solid pool to basically like a savings. You see what I'm saying? Like, because you could build your USDC portfolio on its own And maybe you could or not. I mean, that's basically what I've been doing. But, now it's harder to find rates that are above 15, 20%. I mean, last year was a lot easier to find stablecoin rates that were, pretty lucrative. Now they've been going down. In this case, you're mixing it up with blue chips and you're earning. And then same things could be said for, single asset staking, Bitcoin, ETH, and or Phantom. It's going to be tough to find single asset staking for any of these tokens that is above, 15, 20%. So you combine them all together, you're earning 32 and you're kind of hedging yourself. So I'm liking this one. I'm not in this. Okay. I'm definitely in all of these coins, but not in this specific portfolio that balances it all out. So, I'm thinking of maybe building up some savings here. This is looking like a pretty solid DeFi play in my opinion. And Beethoven X, again, this is a balancer fork. You can compose your own pools too. Let's say you didn't want, Ether in here and you wanted Solana or something else. You could go ahead and do that by composing your own pool. Of course, we're in the Fidelio Duetto. That one's 91%. That's, if you're bullish on the platform, on the Beach token, which I am. They have a stablecoin farm or pool here at 13%. You see what I mean? That's what I was just saying. It's hard to find single asset staking for any of those blue chip assets that's above 15%. And, you may find it, but how long is it going to last? So, go ahead and check this out. Let's go ahead and go over to PaintSwap and check out some of the collections that are popular in the Phantom ecosystem. So the top dog here is Ancestral Umans, and you can see the price here. You can see floor is 560 FTM. This is, kind of a blue chip on FTM. I don't know much about it, but, it's been around. I know that the artist, I believe, is a female that crossed over from ETH over to Phantom. You guys may want to ask Poison. I know he knows a lot more about it. But, this is a more popular NFT on Phantom. It's been around for a while. And then you also got Magic Cats. This is the Spooky Swap NFT. Floor is 500. Okay. These things have risen a lot. And that seems like, they've been pumping in the past week or two. Neon Punks. I'm not familiar with Neon Punks. Neon Shadow Punks. Floor is 249. See how these look. Okay. Like Crypto Punks. And then the Beardies. We got into this. This is a native NFT from PaintSwap. Again, PaintSwap is basically like the OpenSea over there on Phantom. Floor there, 545. Yeah, looking good. What's the supply here on Beardies? I don't know what the supply here. I can't. You're correct, champ. Uman started on ETH, then she came out with Bit Umans on Phantom, then the Ancestrals. Okay. So back to the marketplace, and just keep looking at. Go back to the collections here. I'll tell you, I like PaintSwap, but they need to fix their UI. This is looking like 1999 Uniswap. They need to swap it out. They need to clean it up a little bit here. Now, I was doing research on 8-bit nostalgia. This is basically like a metaverse. And they're partnering with a lot of the FTM collections and allowing them to have to basically get their collection and make it into a skin for their avatars in their world. Floor right now, 7.5 thousand Phantom. So that's almost 15K. And this is lands, okay, 8-bit lands. I believe that the avatars for the 8-bit nostalgia is the netizens, right? Which are these guys. So in order to move around in that 8-bit world, you need an avatar, the netizens. This is, I believe I'm correct here. Once you got a netizen, you could walk around that world. And what they're doing now is that they're partnering with a lot of other collections on Phantom, including some of those potluck collections like the pigs and the llama bots, so that you could dress your netizen in their skin. So if you have like a llama, you could you basically put a new skin on your netizens and walk around with it, is my understanding. And I like that. I haven't seen, I don't know that many, I don't know any protocols that are offering that service. Cool Kids on Phantom. There's a lot. Zombie Society, Astro Kids. This one did really well. It was a mint last week, and I was on vacation, so I wasn't able to pick this one up. Floors at 125. I think this one minted at 20 FTM or 25. And again, Poison, he knows a lot more about the Phantom NFTs than I do. I mean, he's been, I don't know how long he's been on it or not, but he's got a nice bag. So you guys may want to ask him too in the Discord. Cyber Nico, I noticed that someone in our Discord had been posting them. This one's another popular one. I don't know what the deal is with this one, but I've been seeing this one a lot. I don't know what the utility is. Is this one also an avatar in a metaverse? Let's see. NFT Key. I like NFT Key. I'll be honest with you. It's not as easy to navigate as look at the bottom line here. OpenSea runs the game. Okay. And I feel like I use it a lot more, but it's easier to navigate. NFT Key has got a really nice UI and almost cleaner than OpenSea. But there's, gotta say, it's kind of filtered. To get on NFT Key, you gotta get approved by them, so things don't get updated as quick there. So you got netizens, NFT duels. So it's kind of like more that they curate what they show you. Astro Kid, Creatures of the Cave. I like Creatures of the Cave. Baby chimps are pretty cool too. Goddess of the Cave. I mean, we've gotten a lot. Poison may want to link the Discord to Potluck. Potluck is a collective on Phantom that they put out a lot of these NFT collections through their collective. And I'd recommend you guys following their Discord. They do a bunch of giveaways or whatnot. It seems to be, at the core of a lot of these NFT projects on Phantom. So check them out. That's how we came across the llama bots, the Creatures of the Cave. So the Creatures of the Cave have been doing good. Let me see, where's the Creatures again? There it is. Let's see what the floor price is on Creatures. Floor price 150. Nice. These are bats. And, Creatures being, I think, one of the first Potluck collections, just by holding the majority of those Potluck collections, you get airdrops. I got airdrops. The other day, I got an airdrop of these Goddess of the Cave. These are pretty cool. They look different. And no one's selling these. Floor price, it doesn't even have a floor price. So we got dropped these, which are completely, they look different. We also got dropped something else. Strange ones. These are just by holding those Potluck NFTs. And these look pretty cool too. Strange ones. Now, the floor price is not that high. I think it's about the same as mint. But one thing I'm noticing here is that the majority of these NFTs are at or above mint price. That's not the case for some of these ETH. Some of these ETH NFTs. Let's look at Bot Squad. I like these llamas too. Potluck has been having trouble on Twitter lately. Many accounts suspended. Yeah, I saw that. I think that someone else has that same name or whatnot. That new name that they put up, Potluck or Redacted or something like that. I don't know, man. It doesn't look that sexy. The name Potluck is not that. It's not. They could make it, it could be sexier. I'll be honest with you. That name doesn't pop that much. But, whatever. The collective is doing their thing. They will have a labs tokens too. You'll get tokens for holding Potluck NFTs. There you go. All right, so that's a NFT Key and the Phantom. You also want to check Paint Swap. And I think that's about it for today. I think I covered. Oh, well, I want to talk about Goonies. So Goonies, this thing is the top trender right now. Okay, Goonies, they haven't revealed. They sold out their sale yesterday. They went pre-sale, then that sold out fast. I guess some people were gaming the pre-sale, so they had multiple accounts. Then they put up the rest for public. I mean, it sold out. This NFT is looking sexy. Okay, let me show you guys the website. This thing had the top volume, I believe, yesterday, along with Beans on OpenSea. You know, let me hit refresh. Already 3,000 ETH traded, and it hasn't even been 24 hours. Yeah, floor price at 0.35, basically where I got it, around basically the same price I got it at. Let's look at this website. Look at the website, though. Look at the web. This thing is sexy. Look at this website. Look at this. So these are little ducks, okay? And these ducks are going to be racing ducks. They're going to have like go-kart racing, and they're going to have a little racing metaverse. So here's the ducks, the GOONIE ducks or whatever. You can read the stories, but they're going to have these race cars. This is basically their little go-karts. So these cars are going to actually be their own NFTs as well. And then you're going to be able to race in a game. But look at them. I mean, you know, this art is popping. Okay. And the community is huge. They got over, you know, 250,000. And, you know, one thing that really caught my attention when I went into the Discord, they had VCs in every single language, basically like in everything from French to Spanish to Arabic to Hebrew. All the VCs were full with people. Okay. So like, you know, again, trend is your friend. They had a VC in Russian with like 55 people. So, you know, it just showed me, I was like, yo, there's a lot of people here. So let me just go ahead and take a position and see what happens. So yeah, this one is looking sexy. And it's sold out. So I think the reveal's this weekend. And you know the deal. You know, keep an eye on this thing, because as things reveal, they usually dump. And if you like a project, you may want to wait for the reveal and then try to snipe. And I think that's what happened with Beans yesterday, the Beans collections. They were about 0.33, 0.35. They revealed and they dumped back into closer to quarter ETH. And I'll show you guys that. Dumb ways to die. Beans, these people have a large YouTube following, and they do videos or whatnot. They you know, debuted with their own NFT. They got a big community. They sold out as well. They have a high volume. They're up there with top volume on OpenSea. Their art is whatever. I'm not really, you know, crazy about it, but again, the community is extra strong. And just so you can see the trend, pre-reveal, this was hanging around 0.3, 0.35, and then as soon as it revealed, it dumped. And we'll see what happens after reveal. That's usually the case, though. At the reveal, it dumps, and then it kind of hangs out for a little while, and then makes a decision whether it's going to stick or not. I think this one will probably stick because they have a big community. Same thing with Hate Prime, for instance. You know, that thing pre-revealed went up to like 9 or 10 ETH, and then after reveal, dumped under, you know, down to like 4. Where's Hate Prime right now? That one's going to stick around too, I think. Probably about 4 ETH right now. 3.6. Yeah, you know. And again, as I've stated, I think that you're seeing a change in trend where NFTs on ETH are starting to lose gas. You know, I guess that's a figure of speech, but they're starting to lose their flame. And I think that a lot of that is going to alt chains, back to DeFi, or, you know, or it's getting just diluted. Good morning, Midas. I just talked about this in the DFK Telegram, and although they recognize this LP, it's not official. Not that should stop anyone. What are you guys talking about? Something that Boss Gang talked about? You can get Jewel on Spirit Swap and LP it up with Phantom. Yeah, you probably can. I mean, I know that there's cross-chain on Jewel right now, not only on Phantom, but also on AVAX. Their aim, I believe, is to ultimately end up on AVAX. Excuse me, not only AVAX, but Phantom as well. So they're probably already seeding the token and the chains that they're destined to be on. Now, the better question is if they're going to include those LPs on the Crystal Veil drop. I don't know. But I'm sure they will when they extend over and they expand over to Phantom. All right, guys. I think that's about it. We covered the bases. Come join us over there on the I was going to say on the Telegram, on the Discord, and we'll continue to share that good crypto word, that good meta word. Shout out to Midas, Poison, and the rest of the boomers out there. I appreciate all you maniacs. And on that note, I'm out. Stay strong out there, guys. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto.